ever felt worried about something that might or might not be happening at you? And when you overthink about that, you start to get stressed, refuse to eat, and even lead you to trouble falling asleep. Do you even imagine what would you feel in the morning? It must be tiring me out. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is DYAH PARAMITA SARASWATI, and I'd like to talk about mental health. Me, as a Gen Z who always actively online in social media, often see and hear news about someone who ended up their life because of mental health. This is really terrible, isn't it? And at one time, I got even curious and decided to scroll through my phone to get any information. And do you know what I found? According to World Health Organization in 2025, over 1 billion people in this world suffer with mental health disorders. And also, have you ever heard about someone who taking up with AI or artificial intelligence only to get a response about their problem? Well, this is a really serious topic to talk, right? As a Gen Z, I also ever felt worried about something. And do you know what was it about? Yeah, it was about my exam scores. At that time, I felt so worried that my scores would be the worst ever. Academic pressure is hitting me really hard, isn't it? And when I asked my friend about mental health, she said to me that she also felt that before. She told me that her parents didn't support and care enough about her patient. She started to overthink that in the future, she won't become what she wanted. Just imagine, if you have talent and if you have patience, but your parents didn't support you at all. If I was her, I'd be so frustrated. Do you know about the stereotype that Gen Z is known for always following what's trending on social media? One day, when I was scrolling through my phone as usual, I saw some girl who was suffered with mental health disorders such as depression and anxiety because of being FOMO or fear of missing out. And the first time I saw it, I didn't believe it at all. But when I started to search for any information, I started to believe it. So basically, the girl always felt worried and anxious about what others are doing when she stopped using her social media. Not only just that, she also comparing herself to others in her FYP and make her feel so small. Have you ever felt that too before? Isn't there any solution for those problems? Well, let me share you several suggestions that I've tried to distract my own anxious. So, when I feel worried about my academic, I always say this to myself. It's really okay to have bad scores on my exam, and it's really okay to join remedial because of that. Sometimes I feel really sad, but I have to realize that we have our own journey on learning. Sometimes we fail and sometimes we success, right? And when I feel frustrated and stressed because of my own parents, I try to keep communicating with them because they are sometimes annoying, right? I try to keep communicating with them and express my feelings because I realize that avoid my parents is not the best solution. So sometimes when I was opening my social media, I often felt insecure and overthink. But I try so hard to stop it with limit my screen time and get some rest. You know what? It works really well for me. I always woke up in the morning with better of me. And also, sometimes anxious is not from our reality, but from our thought and bad habits. This is last but not least. If we find any trouble with academic, parents, or even social media, don't get anxious easily. Try to distract our own anxious with focus on getting better, or even talk to our parents, family, or even friends, anyone who will believe the most, to get the best solution, of course. And remember that you are not alone. Even if this world looks silent and dark, always remember and believe that there is someone who still cares and cheer you up quietly between the darkness. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all from me. Thank you for listening to my speech and see you.